Hey, beautiful. Welcome to the Mindset with Mary podcast. I'm your host, Mary. And here we teach busy minds how to live their most authentic life, how to gain confidence, and how to step into their power. Girl, if you've got a busy mind, then stay tuned because each week we're going to dive into topics like mindfulness, resilience, goal setting, self-empowerment, sharing tips and stories to help you navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence. If you're ready to unlock your full potential and create a life you love, grab a cup of coffee, find a cozy spot, and let's embark on this journey of growth and transformation together. Welcome to Mindset with Mary. Hey, beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about a personal experience of mine and what I've learned from that. So today I'm talking about 3 things that I've learned from being a Beachbody coach and why I quit. So just going to jump right in. The first thing I learned was daily personal development. I've learned that by doing personal development on a daily basis, it expands and opens my mind up to different possibilities and new things within my life that I can change, grow, and expand on. And it also just really puts my mind into a good positive framework before I begin my day. So one of the things that I do each morning is I make sure that I am reading some sort of personal development, listening to a podcast that is some sort of inspirational podcast or just something that's going to teach me something new. It doesn't always have to be personal development, just something that's going to teach you something new and help you expand and grow. And as you guys know, in the last podcast, I talked about how one of the core components of being a successful, happy, purpose-driven person is daily growth. Growth is huge. And if you're not willing to have that growth mindset or not expand and learn new things every day, you're not really going to be able to take yourself further. So I'm so grateful for Beachbody because they implemented that into our daily routine as far as what we needed to do every day to accomplish our goals. And so I've learned from Beachbody that everyday personal development is number one thing. It's key. It's essential. So another thing that I've learned from Beachbody is consistency. I learned how to be more consistent every day. And the reason why is because this program for, being able to grow your business with Beachbody, they require that you do, and I can't even remember what they're called, but you essentially you have a daily checklist that you're going down and doing the things that they believe will help you grow your business and help you accomplish things. And so I've, from that experience, learned that following a daily checklist on things that are essential, things that I have to do, non-negotiable things that I have to do every day to reach my goals, and that consistency of doing those things every day, even if it's just a little bit, even if I just do personal development for 5 minutes a day, each day that expands and grows, and I can build that, right? If I do just a 5-minute workout every day, at least I did something, and that helps my mind and my physical health every day. So Beachbody really taught me that consistency is key and that it will help you get to where you want to go, because really consistency is what helps us create that snowball effect in our life. If we have something we're working towards or goal that we're trying to achieve, if you build upon something every day, even if it's only 5 minutes worth of something, it's going to expand and grow and continue. So that's why I say the snowball effect, right? You start rolling it and it just snowballs into something bigger every single day. And so if you have goals that you're working to reach, make sure you're being consistent. Make sure that you have a checklist of non-negotiable things that you need to do to reach those goals. So maybe let's just quickly give you an example to help you see it from a real life experience. Okay, say you're working towards being healthier and you know that one of those things every day that you need to do is to drink your goal of water. And another thing that you know that you need to do is to make sure you include some sort of fruit or veggie. Make those things that you know are going to get you to that goal non-negotiable and find some way to track that, some sort of habit tracker. There's plenty online. I use one, and I believe it's called Habits. Again, no affiliation there. They're just fantastic. Let me look it up real quick on my phone and I'll tell you what. Yeah, it's just called Habit. It is a pink logo with a little check mark in the middle of it. So I highly suggest that. You can just make your daily habits there, and each day you can cross it off as you do it. So as you drink your, goal water, or your goal ounces of water, you can check that off. And if you're anything like me, like, that feels so good to do that. And then, if you need to eat a vegetable every day, or eat a fruit every day, once you do that, you check it off and make those things non-negotiable. Now, if you skip them every once in a while, have some compassion and, have some love for yourself, because it's going to take a while to build those habits up. And I think that's why I really like the habit tracker, because I bought like the lifelong thing. I think it's like 90, I don't even know if it was 99. I think it was, I'd have to go look it up. It's so cheap, but it's like a life. I bought the life term, keep it forever. I don't have to pay monthly anymore. But what it does is it has this tracking system, and it shows you your progression. So you can go back on, I can go back to 520 through 526 and see that I was not tracking that week. I only met 30% of my goals. And I must have recognized that, because then the next week I met 91% of my goals with my habits. So you can go back and look at each week and see that progression through just that percentage, rather than trying to be perfect. And I truly believe just that consistency is going to help you grow and expand and actually help you reach your goals. I think that's when we talk about things like manifestation, that consistency is a key component of actually manifesting the things. So if you believe in manifestation, and you believe that the universe, God, whatever you believe in, is sending you the things that you want and need, by being consistent, you're showing the universe that you can handle that. You're also showing your mind, when we think of terms of just neuroscience rather than manifestation, you're showing yourself every day that you can show up and do the thing. And that's going to help build your confidence. And when that builds your confidence, you're going to keep going after what you want. So consistency. I love that it taught me that, because I watched my business grow just by being consistent. I watched my body change and evolve just by being consistent. So, and I still keep a lot of these habits in my life, right? I'm still following, every once in a while when I feel like my nutrition's getting off track, I go back to that 2B mindset format and I follow it consistently until I feel like I'm there and I can handle it without the tracker. So it does get to a point where you don't have to track it anymore. It just becomes a habit. So don't think of this habit tracker as if it's something that's going to control your life. Think of it as, I'm going to build this habit up, and then once I build it up, I don't need to do that anymore. I used to track my water. I don't need to do that anymore. I don't track my water because I know that it's a habit, and I'm drinking water all the time, nonstop. So, and then the third thing that Beachbody coaching taught me is that you can really, truly do anything your heart desires. And the reason why Beachbody taught me this is because I learned that anyone could start a business. Anyone could just start an online business and grow it from nothing. I watched, and I don't have a huge following on Instagram, but I watched it grow from 100 followers to 2,000 something followers just in a couple years. And I know that, that seems very minimal, but that was just enough for me to bring in, that additional income into my life that helped me do a lot of fun things. It was, for me, Beachbody was that extra money that I could do fun things with rather than pay for bills. So I was able to do back massages more consistently. I was able to, buy clothes and things like that I wanted to, that really I wasn't able to just from working the job that I was working in at the time. And so Beachbody was helping me expand that, and it also helped us pay a couple bills and things that we were working on. So that's what it taught me. Even though I didn't feel like I had the skills to start that business, Beachbody taught me that I didn't need them to get started. It taught me that I could just start from scratch and build it and grow and learn in the process. So if you're having that, feeling like you're not capable, or that, you're not good enough, the imposter syndrome and all of that stuff, I just want you to remember that you can start from scratch. There's so many people out there just starting from scratch, and you have to be a beginner. You have to be a beginner to get to an expert level. So just trust that process. Okay, and then really the last thing is, why did I quit? Why did I quit Beachbody? And that just comes down to really not feeling authentic to me. So another key component of living a happy, successful, purpose-driven life, I truly believe, is being authentic to who you are. And I'm still on my journey of authenticity. I still feel like sometimes I don't show up as who I truly am. And I don't share the things that I truly want to because I'm afraid to. And that's just something that I keep getting better at every single day of my life. And I'm able to be more authentic. The more I learn, the more I change my mindset, the more I work on myself, the more authentic I become. And as I was going through the Beachbody business, I started doing personal development. I started going to therapy. I started taking some courses. I started doing life coaching, and all of these things helped grow my confidence, and I learned who I truly was. And the more I work on myself, the more I learn who I am. And I realized that as much as I loved the community of women that I was growing, I could no longer practice and preach the Beachbody business plan, because I didn't think that you had to have that Shakeology to actually build your business. And for me to actually earn money, my business kind of started to plateau, because I wasn't marketing or, advertising the Beachbody Shakeology stuff that you need clients to sign up for the subscription and keep taking it every month. And I didn't think you needed that to change your life. Yes, I liked the shake. Yes, it tasted great and all of that. But I didn't truly believe that shake was going to change your life. As, some of the people who do believe that can actually grow their business because they believe it. And because they believe it, it feels authentic to them, and they can grow it so much quicker. But I didn't feel that way. And my business started to plateau because I was essentially just bringing people on for the workout programs, and that wasn't bringing money in for me. And so I recognized that I needed to quit. I needed to pivot and go a different route. And so that's when I shifted more into manifestation, and now shifting more into mindset, which both go hand in hand. But when it comes to, I believe, when it comes to being able to manifest things, you have to work on that. You have to work on the foundation, and that foundation really is your mindset and how you think and how you process. And so if you want to reach your goals, you have to be able to change your mindset and change essentially a whole world view of who and what you are and your identity. You have to change that. And so that's what this new, instead of where it used to be Magic with Mary and we talked a lot about manifestation, I'm going on to a deeper level of Mindset with Mary, where we're going to talk about that core foundational piece that's essential for you to reach your goals. Because that's really all manifestation is. It sounds fancy and it's fun and all of that, but it's just reaching your goals. That's all manifestation is. And so to do that, we know that we have to have a growth mindset. We have to be able to expand, see things differently, keep working on changing. And if something in your life isn't working and you keep doing that over and over and over again, but you don't see any other solutions to help you get there, This is where mindset comes in, and that's why I want to take on that coaching aspect of mindset, because I feel that I've had these experiences in my life where I've been able to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and recognize what I needed to do and what I needed to change, and actually being able to follow through with that and change it so that I could reach my goals. And so if you're interested in coaching or you want to work with me, I'd love to work with you. I'm going to leave a link in the show notes to my coaching program. And if you're not wanting to work on coaching, there's the Magic Manifesting Journal, which really digs deep into shifting your mindset. It's another way that you can consistently show up for yourself every day to see life from a different perspective and let go of those limiting beliefs and let go of the version of you that's holding you back from reaching your goals. So if that's something you're interested in, check out the show notes. And I love you all so very much. That's all I have for you today. So kind of just to recap, the 3 things I've learned from my Beachbody experience is personal development is key. It helps you grow and expand. Number 2, consistency. Consistency is going to snowball your dreams and goals into reality. And number 3, you can start from anywhere. Let go of that imposter syndrome. Stop thinking that you can't do it. Start believing you can, and trust and let go of the how. Let go of how you're going to get there, and just trust that as you start, you're going to learn what you need to get there. And then lastly, just why I quit was because I wanted to be more, my little microphone fell. Okay. Anyways, the reason why I quit Beachbody was because it didn't feel authentic to who I was, and that's another one of those key components to living a successful, happy life and actually reaching your goals. So hopefully my experience and this story can help shed light and inspiration into whatever it is that you're working towards to start, doing the personal development, being consistent, and trusting that you're capable, and then really just being authentic to who you are and doing what you want to do, and following through with it. So I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for tuning in. If this episode was helpful for you and you know somebody who needs a mindset boost, please share it with them. If you have a minute, stop, go ahead, rate and review the podcast, because that helps me build this community of women, and I can help more and more. Because if you leave a review and say this podcast was fantastic, or it wasn't, whatever you want to say, hopefully you did find it good, but if you can share why you felt that this podcast helped you, it's going to help somebody else down the road. And that's what this life is about, right? Is helping people and sharing your experience and just really just expanding on that. So I love you all so very much. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. Mwah. Bye.